What's going on, guys? I just got done filming the malnourishment side effects physically from the anything in moderation eating lifestyle, and now I kind of want to go into the mental side effects of an eating anything in moderation, or even being prone to an environment that encourages anything in moderation. Beautiful terminology. I'm going to dig deeper into that, but keep in mind, this is coming from someone who was morbidly obese my entire life. I was eating food in the dark when my family was asleep. I was nearly 400 pounds. Okay. So you're talking to someone who had, I would say, still has a food addiction. I crave unhealthy food. I don't think that's ever going to go away. My comfort is sugar. Okay. I just know how to deal with it a little bit more because I don't allow myself and my environment to replicate anything in moderation. And that's the difference of successful, sustainable weight loss and unsuccessful weight loss. Okay, let me dig deeper into this. As someone, again, who was morbidly obese my entire life, nearly 400 pounds, food addiction, I work with people who suffer from lifelong morbidly obesity. They have food addictions. They go through gym anxiety, scale anxiety, starvation methods, binge eating, just so many different things. But let's dig deep into this. Let's tackle the environment that is encouraging anything in moderation. So, bad example that we don't even want to think about right now is parents living with young kids, or if you are living with other people who need to have unhealthy food around you. You're a horrible example. Okay, so I'm not going to use you. Let's say you live by yourself. Let's say you live with your spouse. There is no reason to keep sugar, to keep cookies, to keep baked goods, to keep candy, ice cream, you name it. None of that deserves or needs to be in your house because it's only going to serve as a temptation for 110% of the time. And I say 110% of the time because regardless of whether or not you're thinking about it, every time you're walking around and you see it, or every time that you're bored and you get hungry, or every time after a long work day or after a stressful conversation with your spouse, you're going to have an extreme lack of willpower, and you are more than likely going to indulge in that food. And I firmly believe that. Even myself, after losing 180 pounds 3 years ago, and now I'm a fitness coach, I don't keep that stuff in the house because I know I'm not strong enough. And props to you if you are, but I believe all of us have a addictive personality. And I agree that we all might have different addictive substances that we go to, but for me it's 100% food. And I can't live with things in the house, and that's just how I am. And my family kind of accepts that when they come down to visit me. All right, we're not buying garbage. We're not doing all that side of things because first off, I have an issue and they respect that. Second off, why do you think I have that issue? Because I was raised in an unhealthy Italian family where all we did was eat. And yes, my mom was a little bit bigger when I was a child, and she grew up in the mindset of, food is happiness. Her mom, my grandma, all she did was cook for my mom. Cookies, cakes, all the time, sweets all the time, sweets 24/7. And that's where I then developed that. So by me putting boundaries down of what food my environment replicates in terms of healthy, anything in moderation, or unhealthy, I lay those boundaries down and they actually positively impact other individuals that are around me. I think if you rely on your own willpower, your own strength to try to overcome these addiction cravings, these boredom cravings, these sad cravings, these anxiety, stress feelings, I don't think you're going to succeed. There's a reason why I still don't keep food around. And a lot of my clients, they start to realize that, hey, they can't have food around because whether or not they've already lost 60 pounds, dude, they still want that. Same thing for many alcoholics, many substance users, let's even say sex addicts or porn addicts. I'm going to say 99% of the time they don't keep their substance around. I'm about 3 years sober, and I could probably keep alcohol around and I wouldn't be tempted. But that's not the same for every substance. The same way other people can have candy around and not be tempted, We have different desires. When I'm stressed after a long workday, when I'm down, when I don't know, when I lose a client, or a client's going through a hard time and I'm not able to help them because maybe it's a divorce or something, I feel that impact. And, it's like, shoot, dude, I just want to eat. I'm bored. I'm emotional. I'm hormonal. Let me go binge eat something, right? Everyone goes through that same tendency. If you're someone who struggles with weight, if you are someone who struggles with having a bad relationship with food, then you understand where I'm coming from. This isn't for just your common goer who's already an athlete, healthy individual who has zero problems with food. This is someone who has an issue, and you need to accept that you have an issue and take the proper steps to cutting that addiction out of your life. Right now, and probably for the last, so although I talk about I don't have food around, I do actually. I have probably 12 pounds of chocolate blocks. What else do I have? I guess I'm on carnivore right now. I'm on day 6 of carnivore. So technically, I have a lot of food that isn't a part of my diet that consists of carbohydrates, and I'm not splurging on any of it. And my willpower is great, yes, but I limit what type of, for this example, carbs I have around, that I'm not going to want to binge eat on those carbs during this diet to fail this diet. So let's say I have a little bit of fruit, I have some protein puffs, I have protein bars, I have protein powder. All of these things, sure, a little bit of carbs, but the point is they're not carnivore. Okay? I'm not going to be craving protein powder. I'm not craving protein bars. I'm not craving protein puffs. So even though they aren't along my diet food plan, the point is they aren't bad foods that I'm craving. So here's a solution to, if you live with family members or someone who needs sugar around, or whatever your craving food is. Try to encourage them to indulge and buy things that you don't want, or that you wouldn't find interest binging in. So let's say, for example, Milky Ways, I could care less about Milky Ways. Three Musketeers, could care less. Give me a Snickers bar, give me a Reese's cup, give me anything that's chocolate, peanuts, caramel, peanut butter chocolate, all of that, I'm in. Milky Way, no, dude. Three Musketeers, no. I'd encourage, hey, buy some Three Musketeers, buy some um, Milky Ways, and yeah, and then we'll be good. Or if it's sugar, I love Skittles. I don't care about nerds. Go buy some nerd clusters. Have nerds in the closet. Um, Try to encourage that same sugar, that same grain, wheat, whatever your horrible addiction is. Even if it's a pizza, have them buy a pizza that's filled with black olives or something that you absolutely hate. That you're like, oh, I can't even stand the taste of those. Throw banana peppers on their pizza. Do something that they still like, but you don't, and that's gonna help a ton. But yeah, mentally, I don't like relying on our own mental fortitude to be able to stay satiated on a weight loss journey. And this even goes to the gym. Let's bring up the gym for a second. Anything in moderation. Um, let's say you only go to the gym maybe twice a week, and it's just off days, maybe like a Tuesday and a Saturday, just horrible days. It's so easy to skip those 2 days a week if, one, you don't have a proper routine set in place of like, hey, I'm hitting the gym regardless of what's happening today. Hey, I know I have to go to sleep an hour earlier tonight to wake up an hour earlier tomorrow. Or um I don't know, no matter what's going on during this day, during my lunch break, I'm going to get down, do 200 push-ups, do 70 sit-ups, whatever it might be, right? The point is, you need to have some sort of discipline where you don't have to rely on motivation. And the discipline without motivation when it comes to dieting is making sure your environment is set up for success. Don't have that garbage around the house. And if you need to have garbage around the house, make it garbage that you are less likely to crave, that you genuinely do not have on your bucket list of sugary foods, for example. But yeah, anything in moderation mentally. If you have a food addiction, eating disorders, the whole 9 yards, it's bad. It's bad. Please, please cut out anything in your environment that's going to make you have to fight your own willpower every day. Because that's tough. 7 days a week, 24/7, you're not going to be able to win your own battles all day, every day. Whether it's a lack of sleep, a tough day at work, relationship issues, family issues, drama between friends, you're going to have things that come up and you're not going to be able to be successful on every decision you have to make. So hate anything in moderation, especially from a mental standpoint, being someone who has a food addiction. But I also hate it from a physical standpoint because of the malnourishment that it promotes. Love you guys. Stay tuned for the next episode and take care. Good luck on your weight loss journeys. And please drop me a comment, drop me a message, or drop me an email if you need any help regarding your own weight loss journey. And feel free to even shoot me a topic idea that you would like me to, I guess, respond to or shed some light on behind the science of a certain something, because I would love to answer your guys' personal questions. All right, love you guys. Peace out.